All right, I believe we are good to go. Let me just remove the waiting screen. There we go. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you have an amazing day today, depending if it's morning, noon, afternoon, evening. Hope you guys have an amazing day today. Welcome to a new edition of the Lab inside the Davy Tech, where we're also together with Yuli, which I'm going to introduce you a little bit later. First and foremost, guys, welcome to the live stream. I see a couple of people in here inside the Discord: Nelson, Algobot, Fireblade, Goldwing, and a couple of other people inside YouTube, X, and Twitch. Welcome, everybody. If you wish to join the conversation, feel free to join our Discord server. It's discord.gg/davitech. It's an open mic session, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the chat room called voice chat. And if you wish for your voice to not be included in the live stream, just mention ahead so I don't have to edit you out afterwards. I would really appreciate it. So let's move forward with the presentation. Very important, guys, the disclaimer: we're not financial advisors. We are just trying to debunk the market with the tools available. And if they are not available, we're actually building them and trying to share them across the community. If you're getting approached by somebody claiming to be me or any Davitech official and asks you to a deposit of money or to invest into some kind of weird coin or access to some kind of very private room of signals of something like that, that's 100% fake. If you wish to speak to Davitech official, just reach out in the Discord. In the general chat is an open zone, so even if you just landed inside the community, you should have access to ask for help, and somebody will be more than happy to rejoin you, including myself, to point you out to the good direction. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free to write them in the comments. I'm regularly checking them. Also, feel free to join the Discord zone, where you can actually join again the voice chat and ask away your question. Also, at the very end, we have a dedicated Q&A session. So if there is something not really related to the point we are talking about, of course, these are going to be answered at the end. Today's agenda, 15th of June, 2026. June flight. I mean, I have no clue how 2 weeks went by. Hopefully, summer will be a little bit longer before we jump into autumn and winter and everything like that. I mean, I believe that 2026 should be a little bit longer. But yeah, anyway. So the agenda for today, guys, we do have, of course, the main topic for today will be the new indicator released by Yuli. If you guys are not aware, Yuli is a teacher. He's teaching electrical engineering at the university level. He's been with us for about 4 months already, and he's been building indicators, strategies, never seen before, in my opinion. So another kind of approaching rather than the Davitech one, rather than the indicators available inside TradingView. So a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex. However, they are greatly explained, and nobody else can actually explain better than Yuli himself. Yuli, how are you doing, my friend?
Hi Vlad, hi everyone. All good.
Are you ready for
Definitely,
today?
yeah, definitely your time flies faster because I think it's already half a year that I joined the community. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. I don't know when this time. Yeah, interesting. Okay, guys.
Indeed.
So before we start, we have some kind of announcement that the indicators portfolio is now completed with the indicator that will be presented for today. The portfolio followed a clear story and structure from the beginning, and that story is now complete because we have all the necessary tools for trading within our own framework. So far, we have finalized 23 indicators, including the one from today, giving us a complete toolkit without needing to rely on additional indicators from the TradingView platform. Maybe in the future, you may need some optional indicators like, I don't know, RSI, volume, or things like that. Nothing so special. By next week, I will present the meta indicator that I have tried so many times to introduce you to it. The multi-criteria decision analysis meta indicator, which will connect the existing indicators and add a higher level interpretation layer. After that, we will revisit each indicator individually to identify potential improvements and refinements. Once this review is completed, the next phase will focus on combining indicators into structured indicator sets in order to build and test trading strategies. So, yeah, since we have completed this portfolio, it's time to exploit it to see what strategies can we build with the indicators, what will be the results, and so on. So far, I think at least let's say half of them gave us very good results, very promising results that definitely need to be stress test them, and yeah, maybe improve what we have for now. Also, a dedicated room inside Discord have been made. Algo Lab by me. Uh, there, I will put every information that you need about the indicators, the YouTube records, um, what are the future plans, and so on. So yeah, try to give it a look in the Discord room. And yeah, feel free to ask me there anything about what we have built so far, or I don't know, maybe ideas for the future or something that you think would be interesting to build and so on. Now, let me share my screen.
Everything, guys, on discord.gg/davidtech. The link is on the screen and also in the video description. Let me confirm with you, Yuli, that I can see the
Yes,
share
please.
screen. Just one moment. Let me get the screen right. Perfect. All good.
Good.
The scene is
Thank you.
yours.
Okay, so the indicator for today, as you know, every Monday we are introducing a new indicator, or at least we have introduced them since we are completing this half of the year with the builds. By Wednesday, I will turn this indicator into a very simple take profit stop loss strategy to see how the indicator performs by itself, and also um, to give you some tips regarding the tuning. So for today, we are discussing about the total variation denoise trend score indicator, which is a deterministic close-only trend and reversion signal engine. This indicator does not classify trend from intrabar high or low structure, multi-time frame request, or forward-looking information. Instead, it converts close price into log space, estimates realized log return volatility, builds a causal TVD-style denoise backbone with a volatility scaled noise gate, and of course publishes buy and sell signals from either a slope-based score cross or a distance reversion trigger. So we have two engines here. The core idea, rather than asking whether price is simply above or below a moving average, the indicator asks whether the close has moved far enough away from the prior denoised backbone to be treated as meaningful movement instead of noise. So small log price changes inside the volatility scale gate are ignored, and only the excess movement beyond that gate updates the backbone. This way, we are creating a denoise price path that reacts to larger directional displacement while suppressing smaller fluctuations. So The indicator in the end will expose two different signal interpretations of the same backbone. We have the score cross mode, which treats the denoise backbone slope as a trend regime score, and also the distance reversion mode, which treats the distance between price and backbone as an extension score, then triggers when that extension starts reverting. So score cross is slower and cleaner by design, while distance reversion mode is faster and more reactive. Both engines pass through the same warm-up, cool-down, direction lock, and of course the one-bar shift signal policy. In order to implement this indicator, we have combined different components. So we have a close-only log price and log return foundation. So the model stays price scale independent and avoids intrabar high-low instability. We also have a rolling realized volatility unit based on log returns with an EMEA absolute return fallback to prevent early NA propagation. Then the indicator main algorithm with the soft threshold backbone, where small price to backbone movements are treated as noise and larger movements update the noise path. We have the slope score, which is normalized by expected multi-bar volatility. So trend strength is measured relative to the instrument's own recent return behavior. uh, then the score is clamped, is muted, and passes through the protected dead zone that we have seen in other indicators, so that the oscillator remains visually stable and weak impulses are treated as neutral. Then we have the already discussed signal, the two signal engines. So we have the score cross for threshold crossing, trend entries, and distance reversion mode for stretch and recovery timing entries. Then we have a fast and confirm distance modes, allowing you to choose between earlier reversion triggers and stricter zero line confirmation. And of course, in the end, the warm up, cool down, and one per direction locking. So early artifacts and clustered duplicate signals are reduced. The logic flow of the indicator. Of course, we start with the processing the data. So the indicator starts with close price only, then calculates log close and close to close log return. This way, we avoid dependence on absolute price level, and we can avoid also the open, high, low, tick, or even intrabar behavior. After that, we have the volatility unit. So the log return volatility is estimated over the core window. Then we have the causal denoised backbone and distance score. So here the script compares current log close with the previous log value. This way, the movement inside the noise gate is ignored, and the movement outside the gate updates the backbone only by the excess amount. After that, we have the slope score, so that the denoise backbone slope over the slope length is divided by expected multi-bar volatility, clamped, smooth, and of course passed through the dead zone. In the end, the engine selection, so score uses crossovers through the effective threshold, and the distance diversion mode uses either fast threshold recovery or confirmed zero line recovery after an armed extension. The math behind, sorry, I think I had some lag. So the main idea is quite simple. We convert close prices into log spaces. We estimate the recent volatility of log returns. Then we build a causal soft threshold denoise backbone, which is derived either by a trend score from backbone slope or a reversion score from price to backbone distance. So that signals are only accepted after the selected engine and the signal policy agree. So here we start with the close only log space. The engine begins with close only log values and close to close log returns that we have seen in other indicators as well. The second, we have the realized volatility unit, which estimates recent realized volatility from log returns. So here we can see the raw volatility is calculated as the standard deviation of two parameters, the log return and the core window. And of course, the volatility fallback, which is an MEA of the absolute log return and the core window. Then the volatility unit is calculated as the maximum value between volatility, the raw volatility and the volatility fallback. The next component, we have the causal TVD soft threshold backbone. So the backbone update is based on the distance from current close, log close to the previous denoise backbone. So here you can see the TVD log is equal with the previous value of the TVD log plus the backbone adjustment. If price has not moved beyond the volatility scale noise gate, then the backbone does not move as well. If price has moved beyond that gate, only the portion above the gate updates the TVD log. So this creates a denoised path that is causal, stateful, and responsive only to movement large enough to clear the current volatility threshold. The fourth component uh, of the main mathematics used in the indicator is the backbone distance in volatility units. So here, the distance reversion mode uses the current price to backbone stretch measured before the current backbone adjustment is applied. Positive distance means closes extended above the prior backbone. Negative distance means closes extended below it. Then we have the denoised slope score. So here the score cross mode derives trend pressure from the slope of the denoised backbone. The dominator scales the slope by expected multibar volatility, so that this makes the score line represent denoised directional movement relative to current realized volatility instead of raw price movement. Of course, after that, we have the score cross engine. So the score cross triggers when the score crosses an actionable threshold. So we have on the buy side the crossover of the score and the effective threshold. On the sell side, we'll have the cross under of the score and minus the effective threshold. And in the end, the distance reversion engine. So in this case, the engine will have two trigger modes. Firstly, we have the phase reversion triggers, which will trigger as soon as the distance score starts recovering through the extension threshold. So you'll see on the buy side, we will have the crossover of distance score and the negative distance threshold, and of course on the sell side uh, will be with the positive threshold. So that confirmed reversion first arms after an extension beyond the threshold, then waits for a zero line recovery or rejection. Also, a bearish stretch below the negative threshold arms a future buy, and a bullish stretch above the positive threshold arms a future sell. So that the confirming event is a zero cross in the recovery direction. And of course, in the end, the warm up, pull down, and direction lock. So as you are used to, in the end, I present you a first look on the indicator. Of course, by Wednesday, we will see the visuals and the outputs through the TradingView platform, and we will go into details then on what every input does, how the indicator looks, and so on. But for now, what is important for us to know is that we have the score line, which is the white plot. This is the denoised slope score. Positive values represent bullish backbone, slope pressure. Negative values represent bearish backbone, slope pressure. And of course, values inside the dead zone are forced to zero. Beside that, we have the distance line, which is the orange plot, which represents the backbone distance in volatility units. This one shows whether prices stretch above or below the prior denoised backbone and is the primary context line for distance reversion mode. As we are used to, we also have the dead zone and engine levels. So here we have the upper lower dead zone levels, the upper lower engine aware levels. You will see in the score cross mode, those levels are the effective score thresholds, and in the distance reversion mode, they are the distance extension thresholds. And of course, finally, the buy and sell signals with green and red triangles. So far, I think this indicator looks promising. I will start these days to give you some strategies, some setups for Wednesday. So yeah, please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, if you have I don't know ideas regarding something to build or maybe improvements on our indicators. We are planning also to start publishing some of the indicators. So yeah, stay tuned for the future updates. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Yuli. That was a great presentation and a great indicator, at least from the visuals. Looking forward for the Wednesday one.
Yeah. The engine behind it is quite interesting. I was just thinking now that we are finishing the portfolio that for the community it may be strange that every time we are presenting the thresholds and the dead zone and the buy sell signals, which are quite repeating things to say so. Um, but the idea is that this is the framework, the methodology that we used to build these very strong, very performant indicators, which are relying on better results, not something that we are trying to fool the market or maybe to not catch some reversals or things like that. So yeah, it may be strange to have that, but that's the idea of the indicators that we have built so far. By every week, we were improving on the visuals, on the algorithms. We have reused most of the good methods that we have encountered in this time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Also, we have David in the chat. Hello, David. Hope you're doing well. I can see your messages in
Hi,
the
David.
YouTube. And also, Crypto Princess, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, quite an amazing indicator. Looking forward for the Wednesday reveal of the simple strategy, the one with the stop loss and the take profit levels included. And I'll definitely look forward for the future of this one and the past indicators. We have decided that we are going to take the route of adjusting and optimizing the existing ones, and we are going to slowly but surely release them for TradingView so everybody can get hold of them. Also, after that is going to come the time of mix and matching, seeing which indicator is good at something and could be even better as a whole with another indicator, and try to fill in the puzzle of creating some amazing strategies, in my opinion. What's your take, Yuli, about this?
Well, I have some ideas in mind for the future. So yeah, definitely we have all the tools to build some complex, reliable, robust strategies. I mean, we have oscillators, we have filters, we have trend directions, momentum. So yeah, we have everything we need for very good strategies. I think it will be promising as well. I mean, for some of them, we already have seen some great results, even 1000 and something. It was one of them. So imagine improving just that one indicator. Um, yeah, we may encounter new better results, or I hope we will do, but for sure we'll stress test them, and maybe as soon as we release them, the community will start playing around with them, and uh, they will come back with some improvements or better setups that we did.
Hmm. Yeah, indeed. The community will be the power. And also, um, since the AI, in my opinion, has got to another new level, I mean, we can definitely optimize locally by downloading the chart data of various exchanges. For example, Binance, I believe, has publicly available the candle data all the way from the beginning. So you can find, I don't know, the Bitcoin 1 minute since 2019 or even a little bit earlier than that or something like that, which is insane. I mean, you can also backtest since then with the indicators as a strategy. I mean, combining them together, and you can even create 1 minute strategies, in my opinion, which is like insane. I mean, taking a look at how much time it takes you to fully optimize a strategy, I mean, with 20 or 30 fields with values starting from 10 up until, I don't know, 600, if you have some moving average or something like that, it's gonna take you weeks to optimize just one strategy over, I don't know, a coin over multiple time frames, just to make sure that you have covered just enough of the possible variations of it. So, for example, you're not going to test 10, 11, 12, and so on. You're going to jump in between values like a jumping step. So, you're making sure that you cover a lot of more room, and then try to fine tune, for example, a 10, 20, 30. You do find out that 20 was the best one, and then you're adjusting 19. You're getting further. That means it's not good. 21, oh, that's a little bit better than 20. So you're jumping in between increments of smaller and smaller until you perfectly optimize to the perfect values, which again, it will take you weeks to fully cover just one coin and one time frame. Maybe it really depends on how many fields. The indicators, very important. The indicators, we no longer have just one indicator, we're going to have multiple combined. And something like ChatGPT or Claude, I mean, Cloud Code or Codex can do in the background while you're enjoying the sun. What do you feel about this?
Yeah, it sounds really interesting, and I was thinking maybe we can make like a small contest between human versus AI, but for some
Okay.
particular situation. I
We
don't
already
know,
have
like
like the top yourself, right? With the 1000 plus profits.
yeah, something like that. Like okay, Bitcoin 2 hour over 2 years or something like that. I may come with a setup and also let the AI optimize everything and knocking me off.
I
But
mean,
yeah, it
that's
would
a
be
good part
funny.
of retiring. If you find something or someone which can take your place, huge win. I mean, just drinking pina coladas and enjoying the sun, right?
But think about this. Maybe I make the AI retire with my setup.
That's very good. Unfortunately, or fortunately, that would be AGI time when it can now also manage money for itself and think for its own and think like a superhuman or something like that. I mean, luckily enough, or I don't know, unfortunately enough, we are not there. We are never going to know until we get to that level if it's going to be good or bad. But it's
Yeah.
going to be definitely be interesting. I'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
that.
it would be interesting to have that that contest. We will think about it. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm expecting to give better results. I mean, it has like the power to to make all the combinations, all the possible combinations to give the
Testing
best
everything.
results. So yeah, yeah, yeah,
If you got the
it
proper
will be fun.
hardware, the sky's the limit, basically. I mean, with a 600 euros laptop, I've managed to get already like, I don't know, tens of thousands of mixes. Like it's trying each and every value per second. I mean, that's insane if you think about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
humans are so obsolete, man. In a couple of years, wow, gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, if they are going to work for us or we for them, like you have mentioned it. I think it's a very important point of view, but it's going to be definitely interesting. One of the two.
Yeah, but or maybe we come with an army, of me and the community against one AI.
Yeah, in optimizing, again, 10,000 variations. I mean, trying one, two, three, four, five, and within 1 second, you're going to need more people than either DVT community. I'll give you that. You might need like a country level, which again, the community is pretty big, 10,000 people. But unfortunately, we have TradingView being so slow. So if you're going to just download the data and then have like a, I don't know, seeing it like a sphere of possible things, and then you're going to approach it like a. So I don't remember the quantum computing. It was qubits, right? So no
Yeah,
longer bits, it's qubits. Indeed, like taking an infinite of outcomes at the same time. It's gonna be insane if you think a little bit about it.
yeah, it will be.
Indeed. Again, thank you very much, Yuli, for the indicator and for the presentation. I believe it's going to be great. Also, make sure, guys, to join in the Wednesday to see the part 2 of this rundown of this amazing new indicator. Let me just share my screen back very, very quickly so you guys do not miss the presentation as well. So, again, that's pretty much it for today's topics, guys. Tomorrow, we are going to have the Elite Backtesters update with me, and also I'm going to go over the new updates for my local backtester, which I've been testing the indicators that Yuli has made, the indicators that David has made, which are offered for free on Strategy Factory and open source. And of course, the top indicators over TradingView and some others that Claude has managed to find over the internet. I've built a local backtester which has more than 20,000 setups. Fight that one, Yuli. Which, again, I'm going to go over a little bit tomorrow. And of course, Wednesday, we have a new session with Yuli, which is going to be updating this indicator to a state of strategy by adding a very simple take profit and stop loss. Discord had also its refresh, guys. You are going to see some more rooms. We have the Algo Lab with Yuli, on which you can ask him any questions, and he'll be more than happy to answer your questions. You do have the When Moon Zone, operated by Reed, which you can ask everything traded related, everything trading with bots related. He has been conquering the top copy traders, top traders area within various exchanges. So I believe that if you want to ask a question about profitability or how to choose the bots, you can definitely ask Reed as well. We also have the open source zone with Rudy, on which you guys can suggest, and based on the community vote, you can suggest his next task on building something. I believe he has made something about manipulation of the news around the market. So you're going to get signals via an MCP server based on the market news. I believe it's great being informed. That's a very big asset today. And also, we do have the Trade Harbor zone, the best dashboard we never had for Davitech, which Phishing has made. You can also ask any questions about how to connect your Davitech account or your crypto exchange account in order to watch everything more closely. If you guys have any questions for the remaining of the live stream, please feel free to drop them down in the chat zones. I'm going to do a very short performance update in the meanwhile. As you might be already familiar, we are conquering the best trader zones, the best algo trader zones. You can definitely see some very familiar names within the leaderboards. We are also doing very great. We are in the top 1% traders within various exchanges. For example, Fishing has been called as a top 1.3% traders within Bybit. Also, Reed has been doing amazingly in the copy traders area. You can definitely see a 66% ROI right here, increase percent, a PNL of 113%. And also you can follow these guys over the tradeharbor.com.au/their usernames, where they have challenges, and also you can test for yourself Trade Harbor. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me make sure there are no unanswered questions in the meantime. I see a Russian comment right there. Unfortunately, I don't speak Russian, so feel free to contact us over the Discord server, and we're going to be helping you. If you find the time, please check the DM. Yes, sure, no problem. Right after I finish the live stream, I'm going to check my DMs. I have a couple of DMs already. I'm not going to cover them within the live stream, of course, because of privacy. But yeah, I believe that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for being here. The Discord link to the community would be this one, discord.gg/davidtech. Make sure to join tomorrow at a similar time. We're going to have another stream more about the community projects, the elite backtesters, and the local backtester that I've been building for the last weeks, 2 months, something like that. All right. Yuli, guys, thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow at a similar time. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Goodbye, everyone.